Zebby's Little Audios. Hello, little one. Tonight, Daddy is going to read you a bedtime story. I want you to take this time to pause the audio and go get yourself a snack, something to drink, a nice blanket, and a pillow. Okay? Pause the audio right here. Welcome back. Did you get a snack, something to drink, a blanket, and a pillow? Good. Tonight's story is called A Bear Named Herbert. Can you say Herbert with me? Herbert. Herbert. Very good. Let's begin. Herbert was a big, fluffy, brown bear with kind eyes and an even kinder heart. Herbert lived in a cozy den, nuzzled among the roots of an ancient oak tree, right beside a sparkling river teeming with beautiful silver-colored fish. All of the other bears in his family were excellent fishers. They'd wade into the cool water with their powerful paws, scooping up plump salmon and trout with impressive skills. But poor Herbert, well, he just wasn't very good at it. He'd try his best, splashing clumsily and peering intently at the shadows as they dashed around him. The fish always seemed to wiggle away just as Herbert's paw came down. He'd end up with nothing but wet fur and a rumbling tummy. One evening, as the stars began to peek through the leaves, Herbert sat by the riverbank, feeling a little bit sad. He watched his own mother expertly pluck glistening fish from the water, and he sighed. Would he ever be able to catch fish? Would he ever be as good as some of the other members of his family? That didn't necessarily matter. I'm sure Herbert had other skills. But suddenly, he heard a soft hoot echoing through the trees. Perched on a low-hanging branch was an owl. But this was no ordinary owl. Its feathers shimmered with all kinds of colors of the rainbow, and its eyes glowed with a gentle, knowing light. "Why the long face, little bear?" the owl asked, its voice as smooth as a flowing stream. Herbert, a little startled, explained his predicament. I just can't seem to catch any fish," he mumbled, looking down at his clumsy paws. "Oh, all the other bears are so good at it." The magical owl blinked slowly. "Ah, I see. Well, Herbert, the owl said with a gleaming twinkle in his eyes. You happened to stumble upon the right owl. For you see, I am no ordinary owl, but I have powers. I have the power to grant wishes. If you have a wish in your heart, I might just be able to grant it for you. Herbert's ears perked up. A wish, he thought. For a moment, his gaze drifting back to the silvery flashes of the river. He really wanted to catch fish. A wish? He said, his voice full of hope. I wish I knew how to catch fish. The rainbow owl hooted softly again, and a shower of shimmering dust drifted down from its wings, swirling around Herbert. He felt a strange, tingly sensation all the way down to his paws. There you go, Herbert, the owl said gently. Now, go try the river. And with another silent swoop, the magical owl disappeared into the deepening twilight. Herbert, a little unsure of what had just happened, took to the river. He was filled with a new sense of possibility. He waded into the river, the cool water hitting his paws. This time, something felt different. He moved with quite confidence he hadn't felt before. He noticed the subtle currents in the water, the way the fish darted and paused. Almost without thinking, his paw shot out, swift and sure, and in a moment he had a plump, wriggling fish in his grasp. Herbert stared at the fish in amazement. He had done it! He had actually caught a fish! A wide grin spread across his furry face. He caught another, and then another, and then another. He wasn't just catching fish. He understood them. It was as if the magical owl had given him secret knowledge of the river and its inhabitants. From that night on, Herbert was no longer the bear that couldn't fish. He became a skilled and successful fisher, always remembering that kind magical owl who had listened to his wish under the starry night sky. And as Herbert drifted off to sleep in his cozy den, the gentle sound of the river outside of his window always reminded him of the magic that sometimes whispers in the twilight. The end. Sweet dreams, little one.